This full chapter I am going to be finishing. Okay. So first we are going to study importance of election. Second, we are going to study system of election. So in that you can write A, B, C, D. So what are all the things you need to study? Okay, today, where about your friends are, Aditi and Subi, contact. Normally they come to the place here and there. Na? They come, but the attendance sheet they have your assessment. You can go now. But all the other two students. कौन है नाम क्या इनका? हाँ, सर ने बोला ठीक है। हाँ? बोल दे कि वो स्टूडेंट को फोन करना बस। So you write electoral process. Then election constituencies. Or I can write electoral constituencies. What did you say to her? What did you? I'm asking. So you already. So he is not going to come. So today I won't be able to finish the full chapter. So up till here, or let me put nomination of candidates. Election campaign. And see polling and right? So starting with there is a case study, but I will take you to case study first. I will just explain all the points that are there. Then we'll move to the case study. So you want me to take the case studies first? Yes, please. So by the time these guys are writing, everybody knows what is an election. What is an election? Party is elected by the people is elected. Okay, good. Is elected by the parties. Politicians are elected by the parties. Very good. People, you and me. No, parties contested. Parties. See, at least you have seen an election. Yes. Have you gone to election booth? Yes. You're not allowed to go. That's a part. You might have gone with your parents. Correct. is explained. So normally when we call about electoral process or what is an election, it is a democratic instrument of electing our leaders. As he said leaders, as he said parties, as she said something. It's all correct. But then how do I define election? After every 5 years in India, we have elections for two bodies. Which are the two bodies? Parliament, central, and state legislature. So when we talk about the word election, one is direct. Is election to the president? Is it a direct election? No. Election to the prime minister.
The prime minister is elected by president.
After, who will be elected as the president? One who wins the election. Huh? What is indirect election where you and me are not voting? The question is who is voting? The elected members of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Now let us talk about now the Prime Minister's session. The Lok Sabha session will end in the year 2024. If you know exact, in the month of March and April. So Parliament will be dissolved. Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha. Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha hai itna to matlab hai na. Which is temporary and which is permanent house? Rajya Sabha temporary and Lok Sabha confirm. It is in fact reverse. Lok Sabha is temporary and Rajya Sabha is अभी वो 10th का है फिर भी आप लोग ने बोला वही पड़ेगा अभी आप लोग पूछेंगे how it is temporary what is temporary Lok Sabha Rajya Sabha after every 5 years Lok Sabha dissolved new election new candidates and new prime minister how about Rajya Sabha since 1950 जो पहला राज्य सभा बना था आज तक राज्य सभा कंटिन्यू हुई अभी वो आपको 10 का क्वेश्चन है बस इतना समझ लो लोकसभा इज and Rajya Sabha is so we are going to study the election of Lok Sabha clear if we bring you to Maharashtra we have two bodies again state legislature and legislative council correct state legislature के अंदर अच्छा मैं थोड़ा सा रफ से डायग्राम दूं you will copy down so that आप will not wait now first let me write central government you understand central government so what we call central government as parliament let us say state government आप पूरा लिखना what do we call state government as state legislature come on keep repeating state legislature keep repeating now we have two houses come on LS RS so we have VS Vidhan Sabha VP Vidhan Parishad चलो ये कॉपी कर लो Vidhan Sabha Vidhan Parishad so in English it is called as legislative assembly whereas this is legislative council इतना कॉपी कर लो you write the full form Lok Sabha Rajya Sabha don't write only the short So under Lok Sabha you write temporary house, under Rajya Sabha you write permanent house. So in fact 10th you are studying now. But anyway, I'll quickly push you into the 9th standard portion only. You guys don't need the fan, is it? Let's switch on one. Lok Sabha is temporary and Rajya Sabha is permanent. Now under temporary you write after every 5 years new election. Temporary लिखा जगह है shortly. Under temporary after 5 years I can download dissolve. After 5 years dissolve. What is dissolved? What is dissolved? Asking everything. What is dissolved? लोकसभा पूरा लोकसभा खत्म हो जाएगा फिर से नया मेंबर का आएगा ठीक है राज्यसभा कभी ऐसा नहीं तो राज्यसभा यू राइट 6 ईयर ड्यूरेशन ये 5 साल का है और ये 6 साल 6 ईयर ड्यूरेशन not dissolved since today. Not dissolved since today. Until today, those vaccines. Not dissolved till today. कब बना था पहला राज्यसभा? 26 January 1915. तो लिखो 19. अभी ये मैं नहीं बताऊंगा कब क्यों नहीं बना अभी तक क्लियर है तो नाउ राइट बिलो इलेक्शन हाँ फिर लिखो you have come back to the page and giving you what is election peaceful or democratic process peaceful or democratic process. Or democratic process of electing leaders through machinery. Democracy. I mean, is there any method so without election we can elect our candidates? Yes. Why not? Yes. Very good. How about not helping? What's that proposal? Large, highly populated. Area is too big. Do we have certain country where electoral leaders are directly elected by the people? They all stand by. We have. We have a place called Athens. Right? Athens is the birthplace of democracy. Athens is the birthplace of Olympics. Athens is the birthplace of so many. Yeah. Athens is Please, important. इनफैक्ट पूरा ब्रीज ही बहुत छोटा है, स्मॉल इन साइज, एंड एपेक्स तो आपका खारघर से भी छोटा रहेगा, इतना ही बड़ा है। तो सोचो एक पूरा मेन कैपिटल आधा खारघर है, अंदर फिर भी अगर बहुत बड़ा है तो उधर से पॉइंट है ना, उसको लोग ग्रेटर खारघर बोलते हैं ना, या न्यू खारघर, न्यू खारघर बोलते हैं, बिकॉज़ दे डोंट कॉल दैट इज खारघर, because the greater खारघर और न्यू खारघर, I don't know why it is. But in a country like India, where population is so huge, area-wise we are the largest country. Very good. And what is the total square kilometer area? 3.28 billion square. Oh, मुझे बोल रही है मैंने नहीं समझा. I think you could say that. Repeat. 3.28. अरे repeat करना पड़ेगा. क्या? मीटर. क्या? 3.28 कितना होगा? 4 मीटर यहाँ से मारती है. ना तो इधर मिलियन मीटर, ये नया यूनिट ढूंढा था, मिलियन मीटर इधर आने का नहीं, अगर रिपोर्ट एनीथिंग टू दैट ऑल्सो. वाटर पानी उठा नहीं सकते हैं. आज ठीक है, पर देखता अच्छा बोल क्या है मैडम, दूसरी पानी गिर गया बोतल से, उसके ऊपर पूरे जी पानी बोल क्या है. how much the 3.28 to the degree से बात कर रहे हैं क्या, आंसर क्या है 3.28 मीटर स्क्वायर इंडिया का, 3.28 मिलियन स्क्वायर इंग्लिश अभी
million square
किलोमीटर इंडिया तो फिर भी ठीक है, मीटर का बोल रहा था तो देखो दोनों. India is 7th largest country in the world. Let me explain politics. India is the 7th largest country in the world with 3.28 million square kilometer area. So let's look at it. 3.8 million square kilometer. बिना भी ट्रीट करके इससे ये तो आपको केस बना के स्टडी करना है 10 टाइम्स लिखेगा और मेरे पास एक करेक्शन करना है. ओके in red maximum. Full majority are completely clear measure, है ना? तो
total around 160 meter transfer meter.
the unlike member of legislative assembly, and area of written this body na legislative assembly. The representative 3.28. वो मैंने लिखा down. Like sit down. Sit down there. It is already full water. इधर बैठना. कैसे भी बड़ा है.
इससे बोला
And who's what?
Next.
There. There. Okay. It was nine. What? What?
Yeah. Yeah.
You can.
It is very good.
You have written wait. You have written one sentence. You have digested this sentence. Only this much you have written. Wait. Then you are saying you are unable to say the sentence. You can't correct it. एक जो statement है ना उसको अभी 20 times पूरा statement आंसर नहीं कर सकता ठीक है तो ये इधर ही बैठ होगा इधर the election in which state? Is it a central election or a state election? Haryana central election. Haryana is a central election. You said central.
I can see.
अच्छा, तो where is Haryana? Next to Punjab. Next to Punjab. Correct. So we have generally two houses. So we are talking about the party which is won the elections against which party? How many seats? Local and one and Congress. So which is the party which has won the election? So who will be the CM? Who will be the CM? Is he from local or is he from Congress? What from? Local and majority seat. So this is the elections are here. Correct? So let us read down. Slowly read.
In democracy, electoral competition.
With good choice. Is it allowed in a dictatorship? Is it allowed in aristocracy? Is it allowed in communist government? Is it allowed in socialist government? Russia. Probably. But where is base guaranteed? Good.
The article of electoral competition.
When the first election, they selected which party? Local. First election. In second election, they don't want to. They re-elected who? Congress. So it is the free will of the people. It is the choice of the people. So who is more powerful under democracy? The people or the government? You remember the popular definition of democracy given by Aristotle? Democracy is a government which is of the people and by them. Of the people, people are inside. By the people, people only elect. And they elect for who? For the people. So who is important? That's second. Second line. when it actually like this, now only 20 times. Straight away 50 times. So in your absence, not absence, when we writing, we have done two case studies. Not only one. The case study is election in which state? Haryana. Listen, what you observe. Who won the election? The party. Which party? Kaंग्रेस पार्टी लंबा इलेक्शन क्या 20 टाइम्स अरे ऊपर है ऊपर कांग्रेस पार्टी पता और एक पार्टी का नाम निकल गया वो ये बिल्कुल कांग्रेस के ऊपर और कौन सा पार्टी का नाम कांग्रेस पार्टी लिखा उसके नीचे आया दोनों एक छोड़ के देवीलाल पार्टी का नाम ऐसे लोग दल ओके व्हाई हाउ मेनी सीट्स लोकल वन एक काम करते हैं मैं अभी ये पूरा केस स्टडी पे क्वेश्चंस दे ठीक है लेट अवर Please write down the first question. You write case study, page number 37. No need to copy down the case study. Write down case study, page 37. Question number 1. In which year elections were held in Haryana? मतलब बहुत पहले से है पर आपका केस स्टडी में कब हुआ है ना in Haryana name the party which won this election name the party which won this election was elected as CM. Was elected as CM. To write complete a sentence, you put a case right there. How much seat next? How much seats does the party obtain or one? How much seats does the party won? Next. Invited the new chief minister. Who invited the new chief minister? Next. What happened in the second election in the year? What happened in the second election in the year? एक तरीके हम तो एक पाइवट करके रखते जा रहे हैं क्लियर रहेगा मिलियन देयर इज मिलियन किलोमीटर से एरिया कैसे आएगा एरिया तो मैथ में किया है स्क्वायर किलोमीटर आता है कि नहीं एरिया किलोमीटर कैसे तुम्हें खुद ही लिख सकते या तो पढ़ाई थोड़ा ध्यान लगाएगा थोड़ा सा ध्यान लगाना इधर क्या लिखा है फिर पीछे पीछे फिर सब आप एक करते जाएगा मिलियन कट गया पेट्रोल में कट गया नहीं तो नहीं किया था बोल रहा पर तो महीना वो नहीं लिखा मिलियन नहीं लिखा जब मिलियन आया है ये एक पेज में पूरा मिलियन है दूसरा पेज में मिलियन खत्म हो गए किलोमीटर तीसरा पेज आएगा तो उधर दोनों खत्म होता है सिर्फ एरिया लिखेंगे ठीक है ये नहीं ये लास्ट क्वेश्चन फिर उसके करेक्शन कर लेंगे आपका स्क्रीन हाँ लास्ट क्वेश्चन रहेगा why did people wait for a change in this evolution चलो केस स्टडी से क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करो wait for a change in the second election Easy? Which one you are unable to tell?
Sounds.
Read the last question.
Why do people can hold change the
Okay, I'll get this. Right? This is the second question. So there is a participation in research. पहले एक्शन ना जब अच्छे से बोलना सामने तो वही मैंने तुझे बोलने बोला
always
वेरी गुड इट इज लोकल तो पहला एक्शन किसने दिया है जास्ती देन आई क्लियर द आंसर सही आप लोग ना ऐसी चीज है नहीं है ना इतना बार बोलो
how many much seats that the party for
वो तो आप कुछ समझ ना करेगा तो ये है उसमें क्लियरली लिखा है ना आउट ऑफ 90 लोकल कितना सीधा है कोई कितना सीधा लोकल कितना 76 seats the local party won 76 seats out of 90 I'm giving the last answer. Is this analysis clear? This is how elections are held. We also don't have any elections, na? So it is cabinet. Number 2 is their lecture, right? For the same chapter, okay? Ask cabinet Thursday, na? So they'll inform you. They haven't informed me, but
you don't have any class
no, they, she needs the motion to be completed.
really understand they would not
Yes. They we spoke about कोई है इसी के बारे में कोई नहीं हाँ शिक्षित से मिलते हैं एक बार शिक्षित नहीं नाम से और क्या है सर शिक्षित स्टाफ नहीं सर वो फिर सर का नाम क्या है बस मैं मैम करके बोला था पर नाम याद चलो राइट आउट द लास्ट आंसर जस्ट रीड द क्वेश्चन
why did people go for a change
yes come on everyone common people voted for a change our last question क्योंकि वो उसका आंसर तो नहीं है I thought he can writing common people voted for a change in the second election voted for a change in the second election by electing Congress and
second election
by electing Congress. तो स्कूल लेना मेरा आधा रुपये फिर से आ गया then look second one elections are free people's choice people's possibly as na people's choice not pupil I don't understand people's choice and political freedom of electing their leader or a party. Their own children. hence, take about hence. People exercise their political freedom. Faster their votes, faster their votes accordingly, and faster their votes accordingly. Check करना भी, is this answer perfectly fitting? चलो लेट्स मेक कंप्लीट रीड ऊपर का तो मैं हम लोग ने भी क्वेश्चन से तो पूरा समझ लिया लेट अस रीड वंस अगेन एनालिसिस चलो रीड
democracy, victory, operation, parties, and choice. The answer of the population. Then, head of the motion. Provided and they will begin and they will take power the outstanding youth of agriculture, labor and for businessmen in the next election that took place in 1991. The matter of regular pensions becomes very obvious that election provided an opportunity either to the state party that then to support the other. This becomes possible with the mechanism of election in the democratic.
In the democratic process, you understand. For example, I ask you to forget in Haryana, there is no democratic process of electing. How do you elect the good one? How will you elect the leader then? Will it be peaceful or not peaceful? Asking. Peaceful कैसा? बिना इलेक्शन का कभी peaceful हुआ है? उल्टा इलेक्शन का कितना अंतर होता है देखा कि नहीं देखा? होता है कि नहीं? Especially with state. अगर आप लोगों ने recently कोई state election देखा है, जिसका अभी तक केस पेंडिंग है. In the state of West Bengal. West Bengal में नहीं सुना? People were hitting each other, crude bombs or even explosion took place. But Mamata Banerjee का state में एक्सेस ऐसे रहता है. उल्टा तरीका. Listen. ठीक है मैं हाथ में कमेंट करेंगे. Otherwise, I understand. इतना तुझे कोई आंख लगा कर बाबा, तू आंख लगा के तेरे है भी नहीं. एक बार who gave you all this? Show me any market. Okay. Blue वाला देखा है. What is that black one? Show me the blue one. Black one नहीं सी. I'll go into it.
Sir, इसमें depends. इसमें negative energy चलती है ना.
तो ये पहले के बाद तेरे में कोई नेगेटिव एनर्जी नहीं है.
नहीं, मतलब तेरी नेगेटिव एनर्जी आपने एनर्जी
लोग तो बोल रहे हैं
ये मम्मी ने दी है.
रिटर्न दे रहे हैं.
नहीं ये मुझे पता है एस्ट्रोलॉजी है ना.
मामी एस्ट्रोलॉजी के मम्मी तो मम्मी.
मेरी मम्मी एस्ट्रोलॉजर है.
सर पहले क्या बोला?
एस्ट्रोलॉजी है तो एस्ट्रोलॉजी का काम.
मम्मी एस्ट्रोलॉजी है.
तो फिर मम्मी ने वो प्रेजेंट दिया मेरे को उसमें नेगेटिव एनर्जी है. सर नेगेटिव एनर्जी क्या है? आपने चाहिए.
ये ऐसा टाइम में कोई ऐसा बिलीव नहीं करता।
पापा ने मुझे दिया मैंने
तो पापा ने डिटेल्स कितने में दी?
मैंने पहले कुछ बोला था मतलब पापा ने दिया था
This is what we see. This is stone number. Stone. So whenever we talk about the word election, now I tell you the importance of election. Directly or indirectly? Indirectly. In fact, मैंने election का पहला दिन में क्या दिया? Peaceful process. जब मैं explain करवाना, ये पूरा funding करूँगा. In the absence of election, one government will move out and another government will come in. There will be violent methods. What is not violent methods? What rule will come? Rule of the fittest. Rule with which part? Onion, muscle part. Rule with complete anarchy. You know anarchy, complete restlessness. Whoever is richest and mightiest will become the ruler. Is it so? ये हमारा प्राइम मिनिस्टर को ये तो चलाना बंद हो गया कांग्रेस पहले क्या मिलता था चाय वाला हाँ इतना बड़ा कंट्री का तरह टीवी सारे क्या It's largest country in the world. अभी जिंदगी में अगर भूला तो भूलता है जिंदगी का सर आप भी मेरा जिंदगी में मेरा रोल कोई नहीं है पहली बार कमिंग इनसाइड द क्लास इंस्टीट्यूट मेरा जिंदगी में अगर मैं रोल प्ले किया तो मेरा जिंदगी देखेगा मेरा पूरा जिंदगी देख सकता हूँ तो हमारे in 1 year I teach close to 3,000 to 5,000 students approximately plus भी हो सकता है उसमें से तो एक कर सकता मेरा सही है how many teachers do you back up नहीं यार how many teachers do you back up zero है तो कितना टीचर के पीछे उनका काम करते हैं ना अच्छा इधर दीदी इधर कॉलेज ये बोल की मैं उसका प्रेडिक्ट कर रहा हूं ऊपर से गांव में यार है अच्छा भी मतलब बोल इसलिए और अगर तुझे कैसे okay so when we talk about the word election process I always believe it is a peaceful process I always believe it is a majority people who are voting I say already it was China, but today is who? The Prime Minister of India, the President, Draupadi Murmu. She looks so, but she is the most backward class. From her village, she is the only lady who has gone to college. Only lady. So just today, who is she? Is President. I don't know how much you guys know about President. Once he or she is appointed as the President, lifelong उसका नाम golden अक्षर में लिया जाता है इंडिया में. जब तक वो जिंदा है उसको सैलरी और पेंशन मिलेगा. मर जाने के बाद भी उसका आधा पेंशन भी कुछ 50,000 रुपए कुछ आता है. उसका फैमिली मेंबर होता है. इतना तो प्राइम मिनिस्टर के रेस्पेक्ट की. प्राइम मिनिस्टर को तो हर 5 साल वोट के हम क्या करते हैं लोकसभा का है ना बार में खेलते हैं प्रेसिडेंट पूरा 5 साल या 6 साल अभी इंडिया सिंपल who is the first citizen of India the president who is the first dignitary of India the president who is the supreme commander of army navy air force the president Who is the highest official authority? The president. So फिर मोदी को तो बेचारा टीम को संभालने में टाइम नहीं। जैसे पर साइंस से वो करना चाहिए कुछ प्रेसिडेंट इनका पोस्ट है मैं ना नहीं बोल रहा हूँ बट लाइक प्रेसिडेंट अगर आप प्रेसिडेंट का कैबिनेट भी देखा रहेगा when you know what is cavalry na the horses the armaments they come the bullets the cars the bungalow the palace कोई भी फॉरेन मिनिस्टर आता है प्रेसिडेंट का घर पे ही होता है बंगला पे मीटिंग होता है फिर आगे जाके आपको स्पीकिंग का कुछ एक्स्ट्रा है सर प्रेसिडेंट से बड़ा पड़ेगा बेटा आपको कुछ आपको कुछ नहीं काम तो कुछ नहीं करना पड़ता जैसे कि उन्हें हिटलर हाँ वो तो बनना बनेगा तो हिटलर का पॉकेट मार के डाल देगा सबसे so when we talk about election process we always believe this is what I'm going to explain under the word electoral process next we have constituencies now write a heading only we are not to electoral process दो लाइन देता हूँ फिर next don't erase the board I'll come back and I'll explain refers to well established process PROC well established process of electing the leader of the country through and this is something new I have written ECI come on full form Election Commission of India हिंदी वर्ड है निर्वाचन सदन ये पूरा इंडिया का इलेक्शन यही देखता है दिस इज निर्वाचन सदन इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया कमीशन में सब डबल आएगा C double O double M sorry double M I double X I O N commission election commission of India if 5:15 is our break na 5:25 so I'll leave you for the break regroup yourself we'll come back and continue the election how good is the chapter speaking to you, but then also I'm so careful. Hardly 5 minute break the entire room. Do you make your room like this? Yes or no? What the dirtiest and filthiest time. अपने घर को भी इतना ही गंदा करते थे. पीछे में तो last time तेरा brother आया था ना. This time I make your parents. Then I will teach them how does this go. What we were writing? Process. Did I complete? हाँ, insight तो चाहिए, right तो चाहिए. Then let us go to page number 33. Let us ask him to read. Why do we need elections? Chalo, put that same question in a notebook. Don't write any answers. You write only why do we need elections. And bracket what do you write? Importance. First we will read, we'll understand, and then I'll give you short points. Correct? Say yes. Say no. Why are you saying no? I told whatever I say, do you listen? Good. Keep you under observation.
Election takes place regularly in many democracies. There are more than 100 countries in the world in which elections take place to people's representatives. Elections are held in many countries that are not democratic. Elections are exceptionally important in a democracy because
read that word. Elections are
exceptional.
If I say exceptional, say it again.
Important in a democracy because of the following reasons.
Okay, let's mark point number 1. Click over the point number 1. Don't mark as long as I say. Just write point number 1.
Citizens in a modern democracy cannot run the administration. It is not possible for everyone to have the time and knowledge to take decisions on all matters. Only their representatives can do it for them. In order to choose such representatives, the elections are done.
Just a minute. Understood. No. Our exams is first. That's why they are taken. No need to give a sigh of relief. Either open कोई report है. ये जो chapter है ये अभी मैं कर रहा हूँ. Any more chapters you have told? चलो. Second point. Hey, you didn't read this point at all. Hey, Baba, you just said if representatives are selected on the basis of all citizens that run the administration, it is not possible for पूरा नहीं पढ़ा लेते. It is not possible, answer that.
It is not possible for everyone to have the time and knowledge to take decisions on all matters.
Underline, not possible time and knowledge. Yeah, underline those to take decision on all matters. First point, elections are exceptionally not possible to everyone have time and knowledge. Next. ये second point कर दो. पूरा. Third point. In order to choose the elections are. चलो अभी ये तीनों point लिखो उधर. One below the other. I hate the room is so neat and clean. These guys are. right? ये उससे भी अच्छा है, इधर छोड़ दिया, इधर छोड़ दिया, ठीक है, उसी done. Let's proceed. Let me start reading. Why is he so slow in writing? Going. Wait, you carry on, Nandini. It's very super fast.
A lot of people can get rid of their well and
Underline. People can get rid of their cruel and unpopular government. This is point number 4. Carry on.
and in its place, they can elect a new popular
We have point number 6 है ना? In its place, they के जगह पर उधर लिखो people. ये बात में कॉपी कर देते. हाँ, go ahead.
It is through elections that an executive can be maintained likely.
So directly start from the point. An effective control, make it A capital. An effective control can be maintained on the executive. Executive के bracket में लिख लो rulers. मतलब election रहेगा तो they will also be afraid ना कि अगर this time if I am not doing a good job, next time what people will do. Very good. If I am not doing good job, do you think Modi will be elected once again? He will be thrown out and the other leaders can be selected. I mean, for example, if I say Modi is going to rule the country for next 30 years, which is not the case, just say, will Modi will be worried? Will he be afraid for the opposition? Will he be very good to the people? बोलेंगे क्या करें इतना 30 साल तक तो मैं बैठना है. Nobody can challenge me. But he knows after at least 3 years, the 4th and the 5th year becomes very crucial. And if you see the political party, they launch all new, very good programs only in the 5th year. And they will start the program in 4.5 years. And they'll say, if you want to see this program coming real, elect me once again. Understanding? This is what we say true politics of India. This is what we call true politicians of India. I don't know how many of you understand when BJP came for the first time, 2014. How old you are going to be on that year? 14 में कितना साल का था? 5 years. पक्का? अच्छा, you might not be understanding. They just wanted this Ram temple. If they don't complete the construction now, by 2024 Jan 22nd, Ram temple will be opened one side. They said we'll make India the strongest economy. Now India 5th strongest. Earlier it was 23rd. Did not Modi complete his promise? Yes. If I ask any person like you or like she or like me, do we have any leaders who is equivalent to you? Means a no. Sir Rahul Gandhi is the comedian of all sorts. आप लोग भी मानते हैं? हाँ सर, हर रोज कुछ ना कुछ भाषण में उल्टा पुशअप होता है. सर कपिल शर्मा से भी ऊपर. हाँ कपिल शर्मा से भी ऊपर. अरे वाह, कपिल शर्मा तो पैसे लेके हंसाता है, ये तो बिना पैसे लेके सबको हंसाता है. हाँ, I think 2-3 days before he went for Madhya Pradesh election campaign, in public rally saying that I am not at all happy with Modi and Modi's government because many people are unemployed in Madhya Pradesh. If you bring Congress to rule, we will defeat China. Madhya Pradesh will defeat China. आप लोग ने देखा रहेगा मेड इन चाइना लिखा है, मेड इन चाइना ये है, मेड इन चाइना वो है. जैसे आप हमको इलेक्ट करेंगे, हम मोबाइल फोन्स में आप देखेंगे मेड इन मध्य प्रदेश लिखा रहेगा. फिर कोई भी इंडिया का चीज में मेड इन मध्य प्रदेश लिखेगा, मेड इन इंडिया लिखेगा. And people all like, wow, Madhya Pradesh का मोबाइल फोन बन रहा है. 2 days after Mr. Modi had a rally, in fact he openly blamed, अरे वो मूर्खों का सरदार. किसको बोला? कभी मेड इन इंडिया होता है या मेड इन मध्य प्रदेश, मेड इन यूपी, मेड इन तमिलनाडु? मेड इन इंडिया ही. In fact, today India is the second largest mobile manufacturer in the world. Right? और अपना राहुल को तो स्टैटिस्टिक्स भी मालूम नहीं है, ना पॉलिटिक्स मालूम है, ना और कुछ, बस इतना मालूम है, बस यहाँ से आलू डाल ले, वहाँ से सोडा निकालना, वो कहाँ से होगा? वही। So when we are saying who is good, who is bad, who is going to determine election? Even if you are saying Modi is good, you are tired, sir, हमको एक change चाहिए. Through what you can change Modi? Through election. If the ruler is not good, he is incapable, he is inefficient, you will throw him through what? You have the every power to show your might. Sir, मेरा एक vote आपको जितवा सकता है. And again, sir, my one vote can bring you down. In Chandigarh, in 2014 election only, a minister lost his election by one vote. It was a big heading in newspaper. पर नीचे पढ़ के देखा, उसको पूरा इलेक्शन में एक ही वोट मिला है. और वो किसका वोट रहेगा? उसने खुद वोट डाला अपने पास. और नीचे लिखा था उसका फैमिली में 24 पीपल है, इंक्लूडिंग इन 25. उसका फैमिली वाला ने खुद उसको वोट दी. So what is the title? He lost the election by one vote. तो क्या लगा? सामने वाले में 10 लाख 15 लाख दिया रहेगा और ये उसे एक वोट कम में हार गया. उसको मिला ही एक ही. ये सब कॉमेडी कहाँ होगा? इलेक्शन में. Is the election peaceful process or a violent process? That is the trouble that they create. But changing the government is what? Peaceful. Is it a democratic process? Yes. Is it the correct process? Yes. So we always believe democracy without election is no democracy. Election without democracy, that will not be democracy. That will be dictatorship. अभी वो हिटलर चला रहा. That will be autocracy. That will be monopoly. The economics and politics. So now you understand, election is like our blood. Election is our heart. Election is our veins. सर आप क्या बोलना चाहते हैं? बायोलॉजी क्यों पॉलिटिक्स में ला रहा है? बायोलॉजी क्यों नहीं ला रहा? Without election, we can't imagine about democracy. Election should be periodical. होता है इंडिया में? Yes. After how many years? Is it free? Is it fair? The fair का तो पता नहीं free है. I'm not paying for my election. In fact, कुछ parties मुझे उनका पैसा देते हैं. आप क्यों बोलते हैं? है ना? But as a responsible citizen, you should not take it. Is it compulsory? Yes, it is. In America, if you miss the election, you are penalized. But in India में compulsory नहीं है. People लगता है election है, चलो फिर पार्टी के साथ पार्टी करनी चाहिए. They don't vote, but आपको मालूम है आपका एक vote so important. आपको बोलता है कि I am not at all interested in the election. I am not at all interested in the politics. Sir, अगर आपको politics या election पसंद नहीं है, the leader who you do not like will sit on your head for next how many years? उसके लिए गवर्नमेंट ने एक नया बोला, yes and no मत डालो. You can put option. I don't know, very few people know. It is called as nota. सुना है nota? सुना है? None of the above. I am saying there are 10 political parties which are in the scene. अभी बीजेपी हो गया, कांग्रेस हो गया, एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा. ऐसे put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा up till 10. बट आपको ये पूरा 10 पॉलिटिकल पार्टी पसंद नहीं आया, आपको एक लास्ट बटन दिया रहेगा जिसमें NOTA लिखा रहेगा. अगर आपने वो दबा दिया, ये पूरा 10 मुझे पसंद नहीं आया. Such a beautiful option. अगर यही मैं तेरा लीडर, मुझे तू पसंद नहीं आया, लीडर छोड़ेगा मुझे जिंदा? And I am doing through election. In India, we call our election secret ballot. Known as in secret ballot, nobody knows who you are voting. Neither the leader knows that you are voted for me. I remember my childhood days, my dad has the good habit of going to the election booth early morning. First vote मैंने डाला. So as a 9th or a 5th standard boy, I used to ask, पापा आपने किसको वोट डाला? जो भी पार्टी जीतेगा, वो वोट मिलेगा ही. और बहुत बड़ा चीज है. अरे बोलो तो सही, सीक्रेट बैलेट है, किसी को नहीं. Even when you get into the election board, while your names, everything is checked, people are there. But when you are going for voting, you are in one corner, देखा? And it is covered with small box. पहले तो वो स्टैम्प वाला था, पेपर फोल्ड करके डालने का. अभी तो वो भी नहीं, मशीन है. एक बार आप मशीन दबा देंगे, इनका बीप विल साउंड. बीप साउंड करके आप 5-6 बटन एक साथ दबाओ, नहीं जाएगा. एक ही बटन. People do all kinds of politics. सर मुझे 3 पटिशन सर, तीनों को एक साथ दबाओ. और आपका वोट बैलेट नहीं है, बैलेट. अगर आपने एक बटन दबा दिया, it gives a beep, long beep. After that, the machine gets locked for next 5 minutes or 10 minutes. दूसरा person आके दबाएगा, तब जाके दूसरा वोट गिरेगा. Correct? So look how beautiful is which process. Now let me take you to the point which we call it as electoral practice. You are having a doubt, not having a doubt. Then the election is invalid. कोई नहीं, कोई people के हाथ में रहेगा. उसी लाके गवर्नमेंट बोलता है कि अभी है ना, ये जो नोटा है उसको निकालो. बहुत सारा कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी में नोटा का वोट ज्यादा है. What does it mean? What does it mean? People do not like the leader at all. But that is sometimes good, but that is sometimes even bad also. Why it is bad? Because nota डालने क्या हो जाएगा ना, there are majority of people will be what? Yeah. And we don't want people saying nota, nota, nota. भाई आज आपको मैं पूछा how was my lecture? No idea. Nota. But don't ask.
Sir,
English.
Sir, the party.
Can speak.
Sir, the elector says that if you elect him, then
We can't influence the voter. If anybody goes and complains that he has influenced me to for the vote, he will go in for the jail.
he will tell that next you will vote me.
रैली में तो बोल सकता है, रैली में बोल सकता है. रैली, पोस्टर, बैनर सब 2 दिन पहले बंद हो जाता है. 48 आवर्स पहले कोई रैली नहीं होना चाहिए, कोई इलेक्शन कैंपेन सब बंद हो जाएगा. अभी इलेक्शन परसों है तो आज रात को 12 बजे तक पूरा बंद हो जाएगा. When you are going for the voting, लीडर खड़ा रह सकता है, पर आप तो बोल नहीं सकते कि तू कांग्रेस को डाला. अगर किसी ने केस कर दिया, वो गया.
सर राहुल गांधी कैसे पहले बोलता है इसको इलेक्ट होने के बाद कुछ करता है
नहीं, he can't influence. रैली में आप ओपनली बोल सकता है. That is what is ना. आप लोग आजकल वो सिंगर्स का कंपटीशन देखता नहीं है, वो क्या आता है? हाँ, I don't know, I never watched this. वो नीचे आता है ना, ये नंबर पे मिस कॉल कर दीजिए, है ना, ऐसा कुछ रहता है ना. They ask ना, प्लीज मेरे नाम के अगेंस्ट वोट डालिए. ये कौन सा है? डेमोक्रेटिक प्रोसेस. एक टाइम ऐसा था, सिंगर मतलब देयर वर वेरी लिमिटेड. अभी यू पुल 1 to 100 सिंगर्स फॉर नाउ. कोई बोलता है बाथरूम सिंगर, कोई टेरेस सिंगर, कोई स्ट्रीट सिंगर, आई डोंट नो व्हाट ऑल द सिंगर्स, बट कोई भी प्रॉपर सिंगर नहीं है. So today you have so many political parties, but you say, sir, I don't believe anyone. Don't you make a party? Sir, I have no party. I go only for evening party. Oh, कौन सा party? Sir, that's a different party. You understand? There are many students who have jumped into the election, and they are today capable leaders. There are certain good movies in which they show the students are the future. Look at the future, you don't say thanks. The most not welcome. I say it is the process of election which will teach you. Nowadays in CBSE से ज़्यादा ICSE schools conduct something called as MUN. You also ना Model United Nations. ये government का rules है. Let the children understand what is election. अच्छा good, your brother ना
First time.
Right. Unfortunately ये भी मेरा student है, वो भी मेरा student था. He was also and he is my past and he is my future. So we अभी future भी होगा ना 10th में. So we also believe that you can be a leader tomorrow. तो तुरंत लड़का बोलता सर मैं बहुत जरूरत है. तू तो true leader है. और काम बिल्कुल नहीं करता. तू तो फिर 100% और पढ़ाई लिखाई में फिर तो तू elected है. और सर फिर मैं बहुत पॉपुलर है इस काम के लिए. फिर तो आजा भाई तेरे लिए. फिर अपना ऐसा स्टूडेंट बोलते सर मैं बहुत ईमानदार है. फिर इलेक्शन में सर मुझे पढ़ाई में बहुत इंटरेस्ट. डेफिनेटली इलेक्शन में गलती. सर मुझे मेरे फैमिली को छोड़ के कोई पैसा था नहीं. वेरी गुड. वेरी what does it mean? The elections and electoral process have been thwarted by some bad leaders. Don't you think we have very good leaders? Yes. Today's External Affairs Minister, India ka, S. Jaishankar, is such an experienced person. He did not stand in the election. Neither he was elected by the people, but Modi gave him the most important subject called external affairs. You know what is external? Whatever India's relations with neighboring countries and foreign countries, he is the person. For long 35 years, he has worked in different departments of government. Once he was elected, फिर मोदी ने बोला कि now you have to stand in the election and get elected. ये government का rule है. अगर tomorrow she becomes very popular in Kargar or he becomes very popular and कोई party ने उसको directly minister बना दिया, क्या इसको बना दिया? But within 6 months you need to get elected from that area. अगर आप election जीत गया, you continue. हार गया, you. But did she fight the election? Did she fight? He fight the election? No. This is the popularity of democracy. तो वही तो मैं special बोल रहा हूँ because he is so powerful, he is so popular, and he is so learned. अरे बाबा 6 महीने का टाइम दे रहा है ना उसको इलेक्शन में रुकने के लिए, और इलेक्शन में रुकना भी है और जीतना भी है. अगर हार गया और अगर प्राइम मिनिस्टर ने उसको सिलेक्ट किया है, ऐसे किसी राजतंत्र को टक्कर लगेगा आज हम तो कल मिनिस्टर बनता है नहीं ना. He knows, and he's such a gutsy minister. You know what is gutsy? Standing in London, standing against the parliament, he speaks about British imperialism. When all British people were asking him the question, he openly told more than $93 billion England has looted from India. Then he asked, "Abhi dega? Without interest? या बाद में with interest?" You have the courage to go and inside that same country and ask. मैं तो बाजू गवर्नमेंट जाके उसके घर से पैसे नहीं पूछ, है ना? And he's very learned, and he's very experienced, and he's doing great work. So is the election, selection of Jaishankar by Modi, is it correct or wrong? But not all ministers can be by two aja, ऐसे नहीं. Few ministers want. So this is also election. एक last point बोलता हूँ. India's election is the only country where education qualifications not at all asked. सच्ची? ठीक है सर, उनको फिर मैं 18 महीने के बाद मैं भी qualification. Why? Because there were so many ministers in India who have not gone to school throughout their life. But then when they become the leader, when they became the CM, when they became the PM, they ruled the country in the best manner. So purposely, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Constitution बनाते समय election qualification से कोई लेना देना नहीं. किसका? Leader का. That doesn't mean all uneducated have become the leader, correct? So this is how the beauty of India's election. The first time a non-Congress government came into us in the year 1977. तब मैंने भी बोल नहीं हो चलो थोड़ा नजदीक आ जाता 2014 when you were 5 6 4 years old I don't know. BJP came with so many parties coming together now 2019 you might be 9 years old 9 years correct BJP came with thumping majority out of 552 seats BJP अकेला 300 सीट जीता था जबकि मेजोरिटी जीतने के लिए ओनली 256 या 270 भी मिला तो बहुत है जो में 300 सीट अकेला जीत जबकि जब कांग्रेस 400 सीट जीता था यू वांट टू नो बीजेपी का कितना स्ट्रेंथ था लोकसभा में ओनली 3 सीट ओनली बीजेपी मतलब सोचो उतना बड़ा पार्लियामेंट में ये 3 बीजेपी के मेंबर किधर पे छुप के बैठे रहेंगे आज क्या हो गया है exact opposite 2014 Congress got 79 seats 2019 only 42 seats अभी मुझे लग रहा है 2023 में राहुल गांधी का अच्छा एफर्ट से और कम से कम ज्यादा सीट से हाथ में आ रहे हैं we do not we always believe election is for change election is for people's authority election is for what showing your supremacy election is for what I'm tired of this sir I have done so many good no problem thoda best karo naya jitna chance election is for what election is something that make the leaders afraid of you क्या अगर नेक्स्ट इलेक्शन में अगर ये वोट नहीं डाले तो तुम्हें if there was no election what will happen monopoly control militaryship dictatorship there are so many governments in India which was dissolved within 1 year I can tell you there was a prime minister of India first elected only for 14 days second he elected only for 14 months third he again elected I think he put Fevicol on his chair and sat down somehow he lose and sorry to say he was a very popular person if you have heard or seen him on the TV call Atal Bihari Vajpayee AP Vajpayee he was from BJP he ruled in India since during Nehruji's time he was into politics you know but he was a very popular leader but क्या problem कांग्रेस कभी-कभी तो पार्लियामेंट में बोलता था कि अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी is a good leader but he is in a which party wrong party आप कांग्रेस में आ जाओ तभी कांग्रेस इतना स्ट्रांग था out of 550 की कांग्रेस 400 सीट तो मिनिमम लेकर ही आता अभी 40 सीट के मात्र what does it mean our Rahul Gandhi is doing his level best we wish him good luck and he is the only person who is making Mahatma Gandhi's statement true ask me what was the statement ask me the statement was that after independence Gandhiji has written that Congress party should be dissolved there should be no Congress party why this party was mainly formed for fighting for freedom और ये पार्टी का नामो निशान मिटा दो तो उस काम को सीरियसली कौन कर रहा है अपना पप्पू कर रहा है राहुल गांधी का हर इलेक्शन में सीट्स कम से कम लगा हर इलेक्शन वो आ रहा है बट फिर भी वो बोलता है मैं डरता नहीं मैं मरते दम तक लड़ता रहूं तो सामने से किसी ने मुझे सर आपके पीछे कोई है ही नहीं लड़ने के लिए मैं है प्रियंका है और सुनिए हम तीनों मिलकर लड़ेंगे किसी ने बोला आप इटाली चले जाओ कहाँ से आए थे वहां जाके लड़ो understood what I'm saying so it is all elections it is all what people's authority it is all what people's power so who has empowered you there is a body in India which is called as come on Election Commission of India repeat come on and what is Hindi name Nirvachan Sadan This is a body which makes all rules and regulations for what? Conducting elections. How does the elections are contested? By dividing the entire place into different constituencies. I'll just show you so that you understand. I say Maharashtra. Example, huh? It's not exact. We divided it into 4 main constituencies: A, B, C, and D. North, South, East, West. So let us say we are in North Maharashtra. So I say there are 36 here. What? Constituencies. In one constituency, only one member from one party can stand in the election. I mean, for example, Kargar is one constituency. तो पूरे कारगर में बीजेपी से सिर्फ एक ही मेंबर खड़ा रहेगा, फिर कांग्रेस से एक, कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी से एक. Are you understanding what I'm saying? So this is how we call our election as dividing it into, and इसको क्या बोलेंगे? Single member territorial constituency. Say it again. Member territorial constituency. मतलब एक constituency से एक political party का एक ही leader रुके. Why is this rule? आलू बड़ा खारकर में बीजेपी strong for example. बीजेपी बोलते चलो एक 10 जन को उठा लो. कांग्रेस को लेकर मैं कहा बस एक ही. सीपीआई कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी तो है ही नहीं. Will it be a fair election? हारा या जीता तो कौन जीतेगा? बीजेपी. But BJP से एक, कांग्रेस से एक, कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी से सब, everyone will fight in that constituency. Is this clear? I mean, like Maharashtra, all the states are divided into different constituencies, and then they will go for voting. If in this area BJP has won maximum, it is said BJP has won which constituency? The North constituency. Likewise, they see for B, C, D. Like there will be the second state, there will be the third state, so on and so forth. So out of the 28 states, if BJP or Congress has won maximum states, that will win which election? This election or this election? State election. पार्लियामेंट. पूरा स्टेट का मेंबर्स लोग किधर जाते हैं? पार्लियामेंट में तो जाते हैं. ये महाराष्ट्र का सिर्फ रहेगा तो स्टेट इलेक्शन. Isn't for entire India? Yes. So this is nothing but I am explaining what? Electoral constituency. समझ में आया? ये समझ गया तो ये बहुत easy है. Reserve. What is reserve? अभी महाराष्ट्र में दलित कम्युनिटी ज्यादा है, but not everywhere. सर खारगर में है सर, बट खारगर का आउटस्कर्ट में ये कौन सा है? आपका सेक्टर 1 2 है इलेक्शन, मतलब नेक्स्ट इलेक्शन व्हाट इज दैट? रेलवे स्टेशन. तो व्हाट कमीशन विल डू? एसीआई उस कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी को डिक्लेयर करेगा दलित. Although there are some Brahmins living there, they can't stand in the election day. Why? So the reserved constituency. Now ladies का नंबर इलेक्शन में भी ज्यादा है, देख रहा है? अभी जो रिसेंटली पहला बिल जो पास हुआ नया पार्लियामेंट में वो क्या था? लोक शक्ति बिल. पहला 33% रिजर्वेशन नहीं था वुमेन को, अभी 33% है. मतलब अगर 100 सीट है पार्लियामेंट में, उसमें 33 सीट्स तो वुमेन का ही है. That is which constituency is there? Reserve. What is reserve? In that constituency, who can stand in the election? Only the lady. Either ministers are very sharp man. जिस जगह पर बेचारा बहुत पॉपुलर और एलिट होने वाला है, सडनली वो लेडीज कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी हो, तो क्या करता है? तो मूवी में देखा रहेगा, सडनली अपना वाइफ को उतार तो तू इलेक्शन में खड़ा हो, क्योंकि मैं तो जीत नहीं सकता. Because it is which constituency? Reserve, ladies. जब उसका वाइफ इलेक्ट होगी, because who is behind her? हस्बैंड भले लेडी इलेक्ट भी हो जाती है, दूसरी कौन करेगा? हस्बैंड ही करेगा। हाँ, रोहित शर्मा के बारे में आई डोंट नो व्हाट्स द नेम, उसका वाइफ नाम क्या है? सपोर्टिंग में है, एक छोटे नाम एक बार रोहित शर्मा जीता था मैच में, तो आते रोहित शर्मा का मैच रिप्लेस कर दिया। For reserve constituency समझा? Then what is voters list? Election Commission before the election reviews the list of voters. I call it as eligible voters. I mean, you are not 17, for example, now you are 17 and a half. By the time next year starts, you become 18. तो जब आपके घर में काउंटिंग करने आएगा, आप बोलेगा मैं 18 के मेरा नाम हैबिट और मेरी जो नानी है ना, What I am working on? I am working on voters list. So through this election commission doing what? Increasing the eligible voters and removing the voters who are dying. Why this is so important? मालूम पड़ा बंदा मान के 10 साल हो गया है, और हर साल इलेक्शन में उसके नाम से कोई वोट डाल के जा रहा है। इंडिया में हुआ है, और जो बेचारा जिंदा है वो अपना वोटर कार्ड लेके गया, उसको बोले मान के 10 साल हो गया, तेरा इधर नाम आया है, तो आया कैसे? इस वीक में क्या होता है, एक घपला होता है सेकंड ईयर में, और दैट ओनली बिफोर एवरी इलेक्शन व्हाट इज इश्यूड? Voters list is issued by whom? Commission of clear. Absolutely. Are you finding it interesting? Shall I show you the video of confirm? उसके पहले you try to find out answer for this heading. Write down the question. I'm getting the video soon. What do you mean by electoral process? What do you mean by electoral process? Like this chapter, there is a 10th standard, there is a chapter called where we teach all the political parties.
जिसका नाम है इलेक्टोरल पॉलिटिक्स। इस चैप्टर में हम इलेक्शन के बारे में जानेंगे, इलेक्शन क्या होते हैं, कैसे।
Check it in English. Did you find the answer? Second, check it is there. What is electoral process?
Hi viewers, welcome back.
वो तो जनरल है, पहले वीडियो देख लो। then I will give you the answer.
Sir, verify Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha. Regularly, yeah.
नहीं, वो तो आता है। पहले ये देख लो, I will give the answer.
Back. In this video, we will cover new lesson for class 9 in civics. Role of election in a democratic country. It gives information on how the election takes place, why do we need elections, what makes an election democratic. It describes the election process in India, the role of the election commission, and finally, challenges in ensuring fair and free elections. Let's start. The democratic government is a body of representatives. These representatives are chosen through elections. What is election? Election is a mechanism by which people can choose their representatives at regular intervals and change them if they wish to do so. The party or candidate receiving majority of votes in an election are declared a leader or representative of the voters. Why do we need elections? Let us try to imagine a democracy without elections. A rule of the people is possible without any elections if all the people can sit together every day and take all the decisions. It requires a lot of time and knowledge to take decision on all matters. This is not possible in any large community. But in election, people can choose representatives and change them. People can choose who will make laws. They can choose who will form the government. They can choose party whose policies will guide the government and lawmaking. What makes an election democratic? Elections can be held in many ways. It can be democratic or non-democratic.
There is a fundamental rule about the law of attraction. If you want the universe to manifest your dreams, you have to communicate in the light.
The minimum conditions for a democratic election are: everyone is entitled to one vote and each vote has equal value. Parties and
What do we call
candidates should contest
this? One
elections
vote, one election and one value. मतलब एक वोट का एक ही वैल्यू है, इसलिए कि एक वोट डाला तो 10 वोट कम। हाँ, 1 person, 1 vote and 1 value.
freely and offer choice to voters. Elections must be held regularly after every few years. Candidates preferred by the people should be elected. Elections should be conducted in a free and fair manner. Is it good to have political competition? Elections are all about political competition. Without competition, elections would become meaningless. It has merits and demerits. Merits of electoral competition are: elections give the people the chance to change their representatives if they are unsatisfied with them. The fear of losing in elections keeps the representatives active and inclined to serve the people. But political competition has many demerits. It creates a sense of disunity and factionalism in every locality. Different political parties and leaders often level allegations against one another. Parties and candidates often use dirty tricks to win elections. What is our system of elections? In India, Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha elections are held after every 5 years. After 5 years, the term of all the elected representatives comes to an end. Electoral constituency. India is divided into different areas called electoral constituencies for the purpose of elections. The voters living in an area elect one representative. For Lok Sabha elections, India is divided into 543 constituencies.
This is a old figure, huh? Now it is 552 total.
The representative elected from each constituency is called Member of Parliament or MP. For Vidhan Sabha elections, each state is divided into a specific number of assembly constituencies. In this case, the elected representative is called Member of Legislative Assembly or MLA. The same principle applies for panchayat and municipal elections. Each village or town is divided into several.
You write this in your notebook. Electoral process लिखना, divide the page into two. Lok Sabha election, Vidhan Sabha. Vidhan Sabha मतलब you write state legislature, ठीक है? लोकसभा के नीचे ऊपर क्या लिखेगा? पार्लियामेंट. विधानसभा के ऊपर क्या लिखेगा? स्टेट लेजिस्लेचर, जल्दी करो 543 की जगह पर 552 कर देना। I'll remove this. Are you understanding? Don't copy the same principle for panchayat law. वो नहीं, वो जरूर, तो जितना भी समझ के वो ये बात बहुत okay. Shall I play the video? Confirm? Okay.
Wards that are like constituencies. Elections held in all constituencies at the same time, either on the same day or within a few days, is called a general election. Sometimes elections are held only for one constituency to fill the vacancy caused by the death or resignation of a member.
By-election.
This is called a by-election.
Write down this in your notebook. What is a by-election?
To fill the vacancy caused by the death or resignation of a member. This is called a by-election.
उसके पहले what is general election वो भी लिखना. What is general election? What is by-election? Easy ना? General election कब होगा? जब 5 साल खत्म हो जाए. Shall we?
Reserved constituencies. Some constituencies are reserved for people who belong to the scheduled castes or SC and scheduled tribes or ST. In a SC reserved constituency, only someone who belongs to the scheduled caste can stand for election. Similarly, only those belonging to the scheduled tribes can contest an election from a constituency reserved for ST. In many states, seats in rural and local bodies are now reserved for other backward classes OBC and women candidates as well. Voters list in a rural and local bodies are now reserved for other. Similarly, only those belonging.
Copy down this. Write down reserved constituency. ये लिखो ST के साथ SC लिखो फिर OBC लिखो and women. Understood? ST comma SC comma OBC is what? Very good. Other backward class and women. उसी को हम लोग reserved constituency. Good, one line definition all. SC ST एक ही है ना? करेक्ट. अगर वो ST का बोला तो ST वोटिंग के लिए मतलब उधर खड़ा रह सकता. हाँ, you write OBCs and women. वो अलग लाइन में आ रहा है. We will put it into same. Then you write voters list. Next. After chapter, I can finish it like this. Are you understanding this chapter now? Guys. 6:20 is the break or 6:25? 25 है. चलो ठीक है, एक काम करते हैं. Voters list लिखते हैं फिर.
To the scheduled tribes candidates as well. Voters list. In a democratic election, the list of those who are eligible to vote is prepared much before the election and given to everyone. This list is officially called the electoral roll and is commonly known as the voters list. In our country, all the citizens aged 18 years and above can vote in an election. It is the responsibility of the government to get the names of all the eligible voters 18 years and above before the election and given to everyone. This list is officially called the electoral roll.
Write down voters list. I'm giving a detailed list of eligible voters. Voters list. A detailed list of eligible voters are given to. Eligible voters are given to every constituencies and to the members which are also called as electoral roll. So now onwards, I'll be giving you regular assignments, regular work you must do. So pick up your PS model, page number, we are in 36, correct? Go down to 57. 57, he come to 63. Question number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You must write in the volume. Pick up page number 56. MCQs, you are solving it in the volume. Okay. Fill in the blanks, you are solving it in the volume. Okay. From very short answers. Question number 3. Question number 4. Question number 5. Question number 6. And question number 7. All these questions must be written in your notebook, neat, clean handwriting once. And you have to tell to the other two, or you tell it to the other two, and you have to check the notebook before I come. And all the notebooks should be in the place where I come and sit. You will become more strict. If you don't check and give it the notebook, you will be. She will do. No. Tomorrow when she both the comes, tell all these things. You are responsible. If that 5 students का book will complete, मेरे आने से पहले should be on my table.